Hey, welcome back to our channel. I'm Jared from 3C's Recreation. We have a customer's 2019 350 RRS in the shop here. We did some other work to it and it kept blowing fuses after I finished that job. The thing kept blowing fuses on me and I couldn't figure it out. We kept tracing everything through. And what I ended up doing at the end here was on the other side of the bike, if you walk over there, Brax, there's this main harness that disconnects your rear tail lights and turn signals and the rear tail light itself and the brake light. So I disconnected this and all my problems went away. If you look here, here's the main fuse for the bike. It's on the side of the starter solenoid, and that kind of sits down in here next to the battery. And then over here we have like the fuel pump fuse, and then we have like the regular light fuse. I kept popping both this fuse and or the main fuse. So by disconnecting the rear of this, we were able to eliminate the fuse popping. Everything would work, the bike would run, the lights would come on like I wanted them to. So go ahead and come back over here, Brax. So originally, being in 2019, I got like 1,600 miles on it, but you know, a lot of these wires, I'm like, oh, they're pinched because the way they're rolling over the chassis here, and the Beta's got that bar that comes back, but I cut this all apart and everything looks really good. Even on all these like tight bends, everything was looking really good. And then we got back here to the bottom here where you have like the plate light, and I was finally messing with it, and this thing just randomly fell out of the back. It kind of runs through this hole, but it fell out, and that's exactly how it looked. They were touching just like that, and I'm like, oh boy. So I ended up looking up in there, and after a while, I was able to get this bulb to fall out, and you can see it's totally blown, and it was just rattling around inside of the light housing. So if you guys have if you have a fuse problem, one of the first things one of the things you can check is if your rear plate light bulb fell out, and it's just causing contact all the time with this. It's popping fuses. So what I'm going to do for the customers, we're going to clean up all of the electrical connectors. We're going to put dielectric grease all the way through the back here. I'll re-tape where I was cutting this apart trying to find the problem. And then we'll put a new bulb in there, and he should be taken care of. So just a quick tech tip on if you guys have an electrical issue, if you're blowing fuses, check that rear tail piece. Thanks for tuning in.